I'm Mark Pfeiffer, Mortgage Mark, Regional Manager of North Texas. And I would like to share with you the Mortgage Mark team's 5 core values. This is many years ago. We got together as a team. We all kind of said, hey, what's important to us? We spent about an hour and a half wordsmithing and putting words on paper and figuring out which ones meant something to us. And I'd like to share those with you today. And I do think that's really relevant and important, even though that you may not be part of the Mortgage Mark team, and I get that. But I do think it's important to note just how we operate as a whole, the culture, how I represent, the North Texas brand, if you will. And I just want to make sure you understand just how we operate at a high level to make sure that you can see where our values lie and what we believe and what we think is something that works for us both on a personal and professional level. So the first and foremost, the number one rule, it's Rules for a Night. If you don't know this book, Ethan Hawke, man, what a fantastic little book. And night. And it's everything you think of a knight, like King Arthur and the Round Table type. It's honor, it's chivalry, it's integrity, it's humility. Be a knight. Like be one that's the servant that's there to serve the purpose greater than you, which is both your internal and external customers on the Mortgage Mark team. That includes our peers, our coworkers, our underwriters, our closers, and it includes our customers and our referral partners. Be a knight, right? Live with that code of ethics. So that is the first one. Number two is be an A player. Think Tom Brady. Tom Brady literally would go for, not only did he win all the Super Bowls at the Patriots, goes to another team and wins another Super Bowl. And one man does not win a football game, but he made the defenses better. He didn't even play defense. He made his receivers better. Like he elevated Michael Jordan the same. People around them were made better because of them. So make people around you better. Hold yourself to the highest standard as an employee. Serve others the best you can. But at the end of the day, elevate your game, win in the dark, meaning like there's going to be some nights and weekends where you got to be better as a professional. That's not the, on the clock stuff. That's reading your guidelines and know what to do. I truly believe if you're an A player, it makes other people around you up their game and it makes the whole team better for sure. The next is Selfless Steward. My book for that is also, it's at the office, I think, but it's The Giving Tree. Remember that children's book? The big tree, the kid liked to come and play with it. That tree, to be a selfless steward, that tree gave everything they had to the point where first it was the limbs to climb on, then the apples to eat, then the branches to build a house. To ultimately, at the end of the day, the man cut down the tree. I mean, the tree gave everything to the kid, and ultimately, an old man, the tree became a son for him to sit on. Be a selfless steward. We're not here for us. We're not here for the paycheck. Yes, that's a nice byproduct, but serve at the highest of level. Give everything you can to those that you help, internal and external, right? If you live with that big old, selfless steward heart, you're going to just be, life is better for you, I promise. The next, Seriously Fun. And Patch Adams, if you ever seen that movie from the 90s, Robin Williams played it, Clown Nose, he was a doctor. But ultimately, we are doing something very serious. We're helping people, secure the biggest financial debt obligation they're most likely going to have in their lifetime. And we got to make sure it's done correctly. We're going to make sure it's integrated with a financial plan. We're going to make sure that it is done the right way, to where it's smooth and on time and not the worst experience I've ever had, like a root canal. It's a very serious process, but we also want to have fun, right? The same way Patch Adams was literally trying to save lives. But you can still have a good time doing it. You can show your personality. You can develop a relationship with both your clients, your referral partners, and we internally have a good time as well, right? We like to celebrate. We work hard, but we like hard. So be seriously fun, right? It is a serious process. We can't be jokers about it, but you can certainly have a good time in that process. The last is to be the pilot. Pilots, man, you better follow that pre-flight checklist to make sure that thing stays in the air when you get going. It better be a smooth and on-time flight, on-time landing, closing. We got to stick it. You got to be smart. You got to anticipate bad weather. You got to look ahead. You got to trust your process. You got to trust the people behind you. They've been and all that working on the plane. We got to trust the operators and the processors and the underwriters that they're going to do their job as well. But we have to do a good job up front with our checklist as well to make sure everything's there. So this actually wasn't part of our original 5, but we hired some folks that met all the other 4 core values. They were hard workers, this, and this. They just couldn't get it. They just weren't process people. They didn't understand how important it was to do a really good job, especially on the front end, taking really good information in to make a perfect 1003, to do the doc review, good filing process, and how important that really is. So you got to be that pilot that goes through and make sure you know that process and follow the process and just operate at the highest level for safety reasons, for on-time closing reasons. So those are our 5 core values in the Mortgage Mark team. It is said, kind of unspoken, that the North Texas region, again, there are anybody I'm a part of, those are my personal core values. That's the team's core values. I think it's a good way to kind of remember them and associate them. Certainly, they could be yours. You're welcome to adopt them or figure out your own. If you don't have yours for your team or your household, happy to help you do that. So again, I think it's really important that you just get to know more about me, more about our team, because we hopefully would love to chat with you and see if there is a fit. And if this would be something to work together, because we're always looking for great and wonderful people. And certainly we can learn from each other. I'm pretty sure of that, because we're always learning. With that, if you have any questions, need anything from us, please reach out. We certainly love to answer any questions you might have.